And this kind of narcissist does not hesitate to sacrifice other people, to put them at risk, to compromise their interests, to ruin their lives, to put in danger their nearest and dearest. Anything to obtain the outcomes of impacting the target, destroying the target of vengeance, the target of envy, malicious envy, the target of narcissistic rivalry, the target of some imagined fantasy gone awry. When a target is settled on, when the covert narcissist decides, this is my target and I'm going to destroy him or her, this kind of narcissist recruits people in a variety of ways: sex, money, flirtation, pretensions, pretending or faking, as I said, a savior, a healer, a rescuer, a good guy or a good girl. So this kind of covert narcissist puts together coalitions and attacks the target, in the process destroying the very people he uses without any remorse or regret or second thought, hiding behind the aprons of women and children as kind of human shields. Now, this is one element of what I call the occult narcissist, the hidden narcissist. It's a narcissist who hides behind people, hides behind a facade, hides behind fake behaviors, hides behind social norms, hides behind cultural mores, hides behind superstitions and conspiracy theories and misbeliefs and misinformation, hides behind. Being a covert narcissist, he is adept at mimicking, imitating people, resonating with them, knowing not only which buttons to push, but how to become one with a flying monkey, how to create or generate the impression we are the same, we're a brotherhood. So whereas overt or grandiose narcissists are either cerebral, and then they use their intelligence, or they are somatic, and then they use their bodies, the covert narcissist is almost always somatic, because the covert narcissist is a collapsed narcissist. So the covert narcissist doesn't have to be a somatic narcissist in the classic sense, but he is likely to emphasize body language, facial expressions, micro expressions, kind of friendly hugs, imitating the body language of empathic, accomplished, beautiful, kind, loving, nice people. So most covert narcissists are non-verbal when it comes to manipulating, conspiring, colluding, and then striking at the target, exactly like a snake in the grass. The covert narcissist exercises punitive avoidance and withdrawal. The aim is to increase or enhance the abandonment anxiety in the target. The covert narcissist gives the silent treatment, withholds affection, shows no emotions, is more of an absence, is more of a void or a vacuum, more of a black hole than even the grandiose overt narcissist. And as I said, he creates secret coalitions against you, smear campaigns, hiding cowardly, cravenly behind others. And all this is intended to control the situation, to control you, and to obtain favorable outcomes, for example, to get you back, or to render you contrite and remorseful, or to punish you, punitive vengeance. Be the case as it may, these are the strategies used by covert narcissists. Now, many people attribute to covert narcissists and to overt narcissists coercive control. Coercive control is an exceedingly rare phenomenon. The vast majority of people who exercise coercive control over their intimate partners are not narcissists or psychopaths or otherwise diagnosed with any mental illness. So coercive control is a strategy of subjugating, subduing, taming, domesticating, and housebreaking someone who is significant to you. Now, some narcissists, of course, use coercive control consciously and unconsciously. I'm not saying that coercive control is not an element in the armaments, not a weapon in the arsenal of the narcissist. Very few narcissists use coercive control because it's a highly defined term, clinical term. So coercive control is another much misused phrase, exactly like gaslighting or narcissist. 99% of the videos about gaslighting online are trash, wrong, nonsense. 99.5% of the videos about narcissists online are trash, wrong, nonsense, because they are not backed by academic research. Coercive control must include the following elements to qualify. Number one, the victims of coercive control are intimidated. They are terrorized to the point that they change their routines and modify their behaviors. The main motivation in coercive control, the main emotional landscape and background is terror, extreme fear, even fear for your life as a victim. In coercive control, the victim is totally isolated from the environment on pain of extreme punishment. Now, coercive control takes place only within long-term committed relationships. Not in dating, not in a fling, not among friends, only in long-term intimate relationships. In other words, the victim is gradually or not so gradually cut off from everyone else in the environment. It's the only lifeline, the only pipeline into the world, the only reality testing, the only interface with the universe. One by one, the victim sheds her previous hobbies, interests, occupations, jobs. She stays at home, and there she does essentially only what the controller approves of. If he wants her to do something on a regular basis, however boring and repetitive, she will. Life narrows, is constricted more and more, and this is known as life constriction. When the monitoring of the victim and the supervision of the victim by the controller, by the abuser, is all-pervasive, ubiquitous, the abuser has the passwords to the victim's digital devices, smartphones, laptops, tablets, you name it. The abuser monitors everything she does, comments on it, or forces her to change her habits and her behaviors. Monitoring, supervision, criticism, like an externalized, harsh, erstwhile inner critic. Sadistic, a sadistic superego, reified in an intimate partner, reified in the abuser. They go into every possible detail. The abuser does not let the victim shut the door of the toilets when she uses them. She can't make phone calls without him listening on an extension or next to her. She can't do anything without him present 100,000% in her life. Nothing, not even open the door, not even say hello, not even buy a loaf of bread, not even watch television, not surf the internet. He installs spyware and other types of malware, keyloggers and everything on her phone, on her electronic devices. He has full, unbridled, unmitigated access to every second of every minute of every hour of her life, all her correspondence, all her output, verbal and non-verbal, and everything she does, even the most private. And this is what renders This is what the next thing is what renders coercive control criminal.